Class 10, History and Civics, Chapter Major Agencies of the United Nations Organization. Let's begin with this chapter. The Second World War did not cause only loss of life and property, but the economic and social structure of most of the countries was upset. Thus, the UNO formed many special agencies for the economic and social development of the backward countries. They are working in economic, social, cultural, and scientific spheres and are making efforts to make life peaceful and prosperous. They are 16 in number and report annually to the Economic and Social Council. Functions of some of the important agencies. UNICEF, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. The United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund was created by the General Assembly during its first session in 1946 to purposefully help the emergency needs of children in post-war Europe and China. But later on, in 1950, its program was extended to provide long-range benefits to children of all developing countries. It has its headquarters at New York in USA. It has a board of 30 members elected by the member states, which manages its activities. It decides its programs and the aid to be given to the different countries. UNICEF depends on voluntary contributions made by different governments, donations made by private agencies, greeting card sales, and through various fundraising campaigns. Functions of UNICEF. It assists in the planning and extension of services befitting children in consultation with the countries concerned and in the exchange of experience between countries. It provides funds to strengthen the training and study of national personnel, including health and sanitation workers, teachers, nutritionists, and child welfare specialists. UNICEF not only provides assistance for long-term program for children, but also moves swiftly in meeting the immediate needs of mothers and children in emergencies arising from natural disasters, civil strife, or epidemics. It makes efforts to prevent diseases like tuberculosis, malaria, eye diseases, and skin diseases so that the children grow healthy and they develop to their full potential. World Health Organization, WHO. The WHO or the World Health Organization came into existence on 7th April 1948 when 26 members of the United Nations notified its constitution. Till today, this day is celebrated as the World Health Day every year. All the countries of the world which are the members of the UNO are the members of the governing body of the WHO, which is called the World Health Assembly. It meets annually to decide the policy, program, and budget of the WHO and to review its work. The World Health Organization has its headquarters at Geneva in Switzerland. Functions of World Health Organization. It helps different countries to reinforce their health system by building up infrastructure, particularly health, manpower, health institutions and services for the individual family and community, who play a major role in providing safe drinking water and adequate waste disposal for all. For this purpose, it specially organized the International Drinking Water Supply and Sanitation Decade 1981 to 90, who makes a worldwide campaign in providing effective immunization for all children to prevent 6 major communicable diseases of childhood: like diphtheria, measles, poliomyelitis, tetanus, tuberculosis, and whooping cough. It aims at fighting diseases and preventing them from spreading. Malaria eradication program continues to be the world's biggest health program. United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. The organization was founded in November 1946 with its headquarters at Paris. This agency has a General Assembly which holds its meetings once in 2 years to chalk out its policy and program. An executive board consisting of 51 members is responsible for implementing its programs. It conducts at least 2 meetings in a year. The headquarters of UNESCO are in Paris. Functions of UNESCO. Its main purpose is to promote peace and security through education, science, culture and communication. In the field of education, it makes arrangements to expand and guide education in different countries of the world to remove illiteracy. It opens schools and helps to train teachers, planners and administrators. In the field of science, it helps in establishing scientific and technological institutions through which every country can make better use of its resources. It arranges the meetings of international scientists. In the field of culture, it encourages national and cultural values and promotes the study and development of cultures. It pays attention to cultural development through the medium of films. In the field of communication, it develops communication for a free flow and a wide and better balanced dissemination of information. It makes every effort to advance the principles of the freedom of the press and independence of the media. The work of this organization has been praised everywhere for promoting the broadest of all the objectives listed in the UN Charter: respect for human rights and for fundamental freedoms for all without distinction of race, sex, language or religion. Here ends this chapter.